A little different today.
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it a while ago, but some weirdo named Galactic wanted to do it again.
This is freezing up. I don't know why. I blame Instagram. I'll blame Instagram.
What about a scratch? No.
Okay. So Kat's gonna play for me. I'm gonna turn down the audio.
Yeah. Y'all don't deserve
This
to
is
see her
so
hideous
loud.
skills.
Yeah. You're gonna cry if you see them.
Yeah. Y'all deserve
How do you
that.
turn down
Y'all
the
deserve way
audio?
better than that.
Yep. I'm too cool for
That's
school.
just the truth, guys.
Yeah. What are you doing?
The sound. This is like terrible.
Like how?
There we go. Okay.
Can I move you?
Yeah.
Yay!
So Kat's gonna be playing for me today.
What is?
We're gonna be reading Reddit.
What's this?
What do you mean?
What the
What's this?
frick?
This is your game you picked.
They never had that. It's probably
Goofy?
because you suck.
She doesn't know how to play. Oh my
Okay, I'm trying
goodness.
to bring up the Reddit.
Are you gonna go to the donut world? Or the regular one?
Maybe.
I think people like the regular one more. Thank you.
What is happening? Why can't?
When's the last time you played? Oh, so you're in. Oh, you're going through a tutorial.
A
Still bringing up
tutorial?
Reddit.
She's new.
How dare you be new?
Why?
Now
why
we
is-
have
Why is all of
devices.
this?
I think
Buy egg.
I should have brought in a water. Excuse me.
You got a grassy sheep now.
Okay, what topic should we go for? Internet culture,
Cheating. I'm kidding.
cheating, mildly infuriating.
Losing your job. Or.
Ooh, I found one. Mildly
Red.
infuriating. That sounds awesome.
I love getting angry.
I don't know
Really?
why.
I'm kidding.
They
That's
took
lie.
a picture.
My stomach
Wings
hurts.
of China. Oh
What are
man,
you yapping about?
their knees are like in the corner. They just have it. Oh, you know, this isn't a story. They just took a picture.
Of their knees?
Yeah, they're in a really small space.
Why do we need pictures of their knees?
Oh my gosh, I found another mildly infuriating. Had a cockroach baked into my pizza, and they show a picture of the cockroach on the pizza. This is disgusting. These aren't stories though.
That's
These are,
past mildly infuriating.
that is
That's
disgusting.
disgusting. My pizza
Oh, okay, okay.
extra crunchy.
Am I the a-hole?
Tasty.
I found one. Am I the a-hole for kicking my wife of over a
What?
decade out of the house for cheating on me again?
Oh.
Again.
Why?
Again.
Whoa.
This is not the first time. This is again.
Okay.
My wife, 30, and I, 31, were high school sweethearts.
Don't mean
We
anything.
moved out of our parents' house together, got married, had kids, and grown a lot. At least, I thought. Over the course of our relationship, she had cheated on me at least a dozen times, sneaking off with old flames or coworkers to make out and more. Some of these times I only found out about years after being married. For some reason, I've always forgiven her, but what happened this week was unforgivable. We had 3 Christmases over 3 days. My parents, hers, and a third 2-hour out of town with her grandparents and extended family. I drove both ways, which isn't uncommon, but when we came home, she asked if she could go visit her best friend. She's just really sad to be all alone for Christmas, she told me, and I told her to go, because for some reason I still trusted her. You could say no, but after a full day of driving and playing with our kids, I was beat. I told her to go, but not expect me awake when she got home. Maybe I'll wake
Even
you
better.
up with a surprise. I'll be home by midnight. My instincts told me something was wrong, so I reached out to her best friend, who never responded. 4.5 hours later, she comes home and loiters outside, on the phone with a guys. I think the English is bad. Guy she works with, the guy she's been cheating on me with all month, apparently. I pulled every crucial detail of her latest dalliance. out of her over the next several hours. Distraught to be back here again. The following morning, I put her on blast of Facebook. The English is getting worse. Told her brothers and friends directly.
Start getting angry.
Right? And kicked her out of the house. Next, I'm divorcing her for good. Okay. So, yeah, definitely kick her. I don't know what took you so long. But she sounds...
I think since they were high school sweethearts, they didn't have very much experience with relationships.
They're probably afraid of change and being alone.
But after the second time, like the first time...
He said like at least a dozen.
The first time, you should leave because it's never really going to be the same after they cheat the first time.
Right.
And then the second time, that should be... You should be gone already, but you know.
I don't know. I've seen some women deal with it. Like their men's will be cheating their whole relationship, and it's like, yeah, he got like 6 other side families.
Well,
when he dies, it's gonna be a whole like auditorium thing. Just a family.
If she's okay with it, then it's fine.
She's
But
probably not okay with it. But what's she gonna do? Like, and mind you, these are like more so people that were like housewives and stuff. So what are they gonna do? Divorce your dude and then be homeless? You know? That's why I think more women deal with it. Dudes are like, bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
My eyes are...
I want to read the comments.
My eyes are annoying me.
I read 2 words. Cheating and again. Not the a-hole.
I think they're just stupid.
And then somebody commented to that. But it was only at least 12 times.
At least. After that, you just gotta start blaming yourself.
Right.
Come on, man.
Somebody responded, I had a girlfriend cheat on me in college. I was out of town. I talked to her on the phone. I could just tell. I got back. We talked for like 10 minutes, and she admitted it. I walked out the door. Done. There has never been again for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like the general consensus. People are, it happened once.
I saw this one video where this girl was like, "It's not my fault. It was my natural instinct." I think like she said she was ovulating or something.
That's so stupid. I think it's so stupid when guys say that. I haven't heard a chick say that yet, though. That's hilarious.
I heard it, and
I had to. My body said yes.
I mean, you really didn't. But sure, buddy.
Yeah. I think some dudes will say they'll get sick or something.
I'm watching you
that's a fun one to hear.
It's just...
Okay.
Stupid on
Let's
both
find more. Oh, okay.
And then at the end, we end it with a good one. About they hit the jackpot or something. I don't know. How?
I was so confused. I thought there were like articles in it because they're just making fun of it.
How did you lose that? Do better.
Okay,
Do better, Kat.
you could need this one.
I want to go to
I can't do that one.
Am I the A-hole?
You probably
and
can't
see if
get
there's
through
more in there.
The ice cream level in one try.
What shut up. Shut your trap.
Okay. Found one. Am I the a-hole for leaving my partner at home because his OCD made me late to a dinner party at a restaurant?
What?
Yeah. My partner has OCD that has been progressively worsening over the past year. Before we leave the house, he has a routine of doing physical and mental checks, and these checks have been taking longer and longer. It's become such a problem that we're running late to almost everything. I've gently encouraged him to seek professional help, but he refuses and insists he can manage it on his own. 2 weeks ago, we were invited to a dinner party at a restaurant hosted by my boss. I was recently promoted, and this was an important opportunity to celebrate and make a good impression. Knowing how long his checks take, I asked him to start getting ready 2 hours before we need to leave. Even with the extra time, his checks still took 30 minutes, and we were running late. I was panicking about showing up late to such an important event, so I told him I couldn't wait any longer and left without him. I ended up being 5 minutes late and told my coworkers that traffic was bad. No one seemed to care, but my partner is still mad at me 2 weeks later. He says I was insensitive and should have waited for him, but I feel like I couldn't risk being even later for something so significant to my career. I don't want to be unsupportive, but his OCD has been affecting both of us. and he refuses to get help. Am I the a-hole for leaving him at home? Edit. I wanted to add that during his checks, I cannot talk. Otherwise, we have.
He has to restart. or
Yes,
something?
he has to start all over. Is basically what they're saying.
He sounds special.
No, I can feel that because I have OCD. It's not that bad, but I have to do checks, and it feels so wrong not to do those checks. It's like almost painful. It's so weird. His seem really debilitating though, so
That sucks.
yeah.
What
And
can
there is
you do?
medication for it. I've never used it, and it sounds kind of crazy. I didn't even know there was medication for it till recently. And it sounds scary. What is it? What is the medication doing? What is OCD doing? I guess that there is medication for it. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she's messed up for that. Like, what can you do? I mean, man wants to take 50 years, and you gotta get somewhere. I don't know why he's still mad about it 2 weeks later, though. I wanted to go. It's not
I guess
my fault.
He feels that she's being insensitive because he can't help it, and maybe
Well, she can't help missing an important event. That's important to her. And I
yeah,
know that's important to him. They should just talked it out. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. It's been over 2 weeks. It doesn't really sound like they've actually talked about it because you could work all this out. I mean, maybe an hour conversation,
think
but probably a
most-
30-minute conversation.
I think most relationships end because of communication issues.
Like, right? Why is it still 2 weeks
A good
later?
majority.
Yeah. Why can't you hash it out or come to some resolution? Why is it still a thing 2 weeks later? That's their problem, not his OCD.
I guess that's true.
Because like what happened? They tried to find some kind of solution. If he doesn't want to get help, and you're all willing to deal with that, then find some other solution. She did try to get him started 2 hours ahead of time, but he was still taking his time. And it could be that there's some tasks that he needs to do right before he leaves. Like sometimes I have little things like that they can't be done like way ahead of time. Like it only feels right if you do it right
Sometimes I have to do stuff in a certain order, and if you don't let me do that in the order, I will get mad.
before. I don't know if that's OCD.
I don't know
but-
what that is, but I have
You're
to
broken.
do some. I have to do some stuff in its own order,
I like doing
and then
that.
sometimes people break the order, and I get really mad.
Yeah, that happens to me too. So I can't say, like maybe I don't know. We should both be
We're
professionals. We don't know what's going on. Let me do my order. I think that might be. Well, I know with autism they like routines. I don't know if that's the same thing. I wouldn't say we're autistic, but you know. Let's just say. I'm sure there's similar tendencies for different. I don't want to. Why am I throwing disorders at us? We got this and this and this, like it's a dang candy
it's
store.
That's kind of what people do all the
Yeah,
time.
I know. I don't want to do that, but I'm just like trying to figure
I saw
out what
this
it is.
one video, and this girl was like, I'm trying to get diagnosed
Try.
for ADHD, and she said she went to like 10 doctors, and they all said she did not. They're like, they're all wrong. It's like, no, they're
At that
not.
point, statistics say you don't have ADHD.
And why
Unless
do
they're
you-
all trash doctors, but really?
And then, and it's pretty common for people to look down on that. Why would you want that?
Right? Unless you really feel like you need some kind of help from it.
People
Because it-
always want to be put in boxes. I don't
right?
get it.
Well, I mean, what is a diagnosis really going to do for you? Maybe you can get medication for it or whatever. If you're not actually looking to help
Get the
yourself
star.
and you just want a diagnosis, I don't see the point of it.
Yeah,
What is that?
They
Have you
want
had one of
those-
those Mario stars?
they want to feel
Have
special.
you not played this before?
I just probably haven't succeeded before.
Last
You
time we
only got
played,
through like 21.
I think last time we played with her, I played for her because she took forever to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. I pressed the wrong button. Let's read some of the comments. Ooh, this is a top commenter. Okay. Your partner really does need help. This is now affecting your quality of life.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would have left as well. Your partner can't have it both ways. Either seek professional help or understand that you will sometimes need to set reasonable boundaries. Yes, and
It
this is
sounds
a
like he's being a brat right
conversation they need to
To be
have.
honest, he sounds like he's being a little bit.
Well, she could also be leaving out information. She could just
Yeah,
be
that's true.
because how did she put it? Oh, she said she complained that she has to be silent during his checks. I feel that because, like, you know,
Well,
I haven't
she
been professionally
doesn't-
diagnosed, but I'm
Well-
pretty sure.
Well, yeah.
And that's
She
something
can't
I deal with.
relate, so she's just like, what is this?
Yeah, she doesn't
Stop being
She
stupid.
doesn't understand, and like, I know I have that problem, and I feel
It's
like it would be
hard
hard
to
to explain the feeling you get with
Overwhelmed?
I guess, yeah. Like you have to do it. It's like high anxiety. You're overwhelmed if you don't do these things, and you can have anxiety while you're doing them, regardless.
Yeah, I heard
you know.
something about that, and they're like, yeah, it's like you're gonna get run over by a truck if you don't do it. And I'm like,
Dude, I've
What?
tried not doing certain things that are part of my like routine habits that not everybody does, like checking things, and it's like painful. It's like I have to eventually go back and do whatever it is that I chose to try to avoid. What are you smiling
She's
about?
bullying me.
it looked like she jumped off on purpose.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine.
Sorry.
No, I'm too cool.
Oh,
She turned over and looked at
somebody
me.
responded. I have OCD. I'm sure it sucks for my partner. I would never expect them to be late to their own
Yeah.
event, let alone, I think
Let alone.
a professional work event because of it. Allowing
Yeah.
him to go through 30 plus minutes of unreasonable behavior that make you late to things without challenge isn't being supportive. Being supportive is encouraging him to get help because his life and now yours is being negatively
Oh.
impacted by something he refuses to get treated for. Newsflash, he's not managing it if it's getting worse, right? Yeah, she said it's taking,
Yeah.
it's taking him longer and longer
It's
each
kind
time.
of like there was this one kid in my school where the teacher was like, "Get out of the class! You're being disruptive," because they were literally just screaming, and they just started screaming, "I have ADHD," and then they started banging on the walls as loud as they can, and I'm like, and I think their parents think they're being supportive, but they're not really helping the behavior, cause
Yeah.
you acknowledge that you have this thing
It's hard to
and you're using it as an
say
excuse.
what was going on with that kid because he may or may not have had that.
I don't think he did. He was just screaming on purpose. Like I've been around kids with ADHD.
Yeah,
This
but-
kid, I don't know what's wrong with him.
But he
spoiled.
he could have ADHD, and
That's
his parents
true.
could be going around being dismissive of his behavior. Like if he acts up in
Yeah.
the store, he has ADHD. Let him destroy all your property.
He's
And then
literally
does it at
biting my
school.
kid's arm.
Yeah. I've literally seen parents do that. I literally had a kid try and punch me in the belly when I was pregnant with
What?
Kat. And then the parents, like, my kid, I forgot what she said, but basically,
I know
the
why
kid
I'm
had some
dumb.
disability. And I think, okay, maybe this was wrong of me, but I was like 9 months pregnant. I was like biggest I ever been in my life. It was painful to walk. When the kid tried to like punch me, I brought my fist out and threatened the kid. I didn't touch him, but I certainly threatened that child.
That's
He backed away, and the mom stopped spewing her nonsense and grabbed her child. It's magic. It's magic.
well. I mean, you can't really blame a pregnant lady for getting mad.
Like, you want to hit me?
Your son.
Guess what happens?
Now I know I'm dumb.
He didn't hit you. He was about to.
Oh,
It was
well.
very scary.
I've fallen into my head.
Yeah, just watching crazy kids like that makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to blame them,
Yeah,
but you
parents.
really can't.
Yeah.
You really can't. It's not their fault that they're special.
Yeah, wasn't it magical that the mom just came and it's like, oh, now I can take my kid and discipline them, or probably not actually discipline, but at least remove them from the situation.
Billy, next time you're gonna get hit.
Don't be hitting pregnant ladies, Billy. Doesn't end out well. They can still fight.
Yeah, don't worry about them. You could get hurt.
Yeah.
My poor baby. Those kids always infuriated me. Like
Mhm.
when I was little, I didn't have the thought process of it's parents' fault. I just thought it's your fault that you're stupid.
They cheated
Why are you
kids'
like
fault?
this? I was 9, and I was like, why
Oh,
are
no,
you
that's fair.
like
That's
this?
fair. You know, you think about what's in front of you. That annoying little kid.
I'm like, bro, it's not that serious. This one kid, this one kid in kindergarten would take off his shoes and put his feet in his mouth.
That is just weird. Maybe he needs to be fed more at home. You know, he wants a little salty treat.
And the whole room stunk after that.
Oh god. The question was it his mouth or his feet that made it stink?
It smelled like yeah.
Sweaty
It
toes.
smelled like shoes.
What if his feet stink because he puts it in his mouth? And mouths
That's
are really
what I'm
dirty.
thinking. Yeah.
Uh,
That was disgusting. And my teacher, I was always wondering, I'm like, why is she so mean? Like, why does she?
and then you go to her perspective. There's kids putting their feet in their mouths, you know. Kids screaming, bashing their heads.
Yeah. Well, like,
Hi, unknown angel.
literally, the kid's mom would have to drag the kid in there. Multiple kids, actually. Like, they would just be clinging onto their mom and be screaming on the top of their lungs, I don't want to be here! And I was like, what is wrong with them? As a
Galactics are
Well, a lot of kids cry and stuff. You know,
I was in kindergarten, so I'm like, what is
Taco
wrong?
would cry
What's wrong with him?
when we would leave him at daycare. Cat would cry when we pick her up. She didn't initially. She used to cry when we leave her and be so happy when we came to pick her up. She would drop everything she's doing and run. And then eventually she wouldn't want to leave. And she would cry when we came to
once
her. So embarrassing.
once I got stuck in the bathroom, because I usually never use the bathroom, so they probably got confused and thought I wasn't in there. And I was stuck in there. I don't know how long, but I was stuck in there and didn't know what to do.
That sucks.
That's freaky. One time I locked myself in the bathroom when I peed my pants. I was in
Ew.
kindergarten.
I remember in one of my schools, I don't know what was wrong with they would always just look at you in the bathroom. Like, it was like common for the girls to just sneak under and then just stare at you. It was
Galactic said something.
Oh yeah, Galactic said there was a kid at his school that bit off his toenails and flicked them at people. That's disgusting. Hang on a second. Someone says the mic is too loud. Let me see if I can fix
That's
it.
nasty.
Let me try to fix my mic. Take just a second. I keep trying to adjust the mic and it seemed like it was too low when I tried to make it quieter. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry.
I need water.
I always
I have
want
my own water.
Oh, boba. I forgot to make tea.
Okay, let me
But
see.
I remember,
How do I go?
I need to stop laughing. I can't
Okay.
tell my stories right.
Third. Okay. How does the mic sound now? You can jump around now.
Hey,
Jump
Goofies.
around. Jump around.
Mickey Mouse.
Goobies.
I don't know.
Okay, there was this other one. Okay. Okay. My son wants to go to a $60K a year school. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife I will not take out loans in my name for him to attend?
Just to pay for the school?
That's expensive.
$60K.
So my son is 17, and we are having the college talk.
I don't know why I thought he
Oh,
was
college.
6.
That's normal for college, though. It can cost more, even. He wants to go to a $60K plus a year school. I told him that is great, and he will have to work for it if he wants to go. My son does have a college fund with about $95K in it. My wife would like us to help him with loans or possibly take out the loan ourselves to help him with tuition. I told my wife I am not take out a loan in my name. I love my son, but I think going into debt for education is not exactly smart. Am I really in the wrong for not wanting to take on debt for our son to go to an expensive school? My wife thinks so.
Well, sometimes intelligence really isn't people's strong suits, and you can't
What?
blame them for that. Wait, he sounds like he said his son is stupid.
Where did he say that? I didn't get that.
Or is he saying, like, I'm tired of paying for school and he's not even that smart
I
anyways?
think because when you're in college, you're an adult. He doesn't want to take on the financial responsibility for the rest of his life. He could be in his 60s, and his son wants to go to college. He'll be in debt for the rest of his life.
And he sounds like he's already going into debt.
Yeah, and he probably wants to prepare for his retirement and stuff. But his son should take out these loans. This is the beginning of his life.
Yeah.
This should be his loan. I don't think there's anything wrong with
I'd
that.
ask the mom too, if she wants to so bad.
Right? But then, why is this a conversation? What kind? Maybe she doesn't have the same income as her husband
Yeah.
has, you know.
I mean, if she doesn't have the same income, then why is she demanding you?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's your
And
money.
I'm sure her husband's trying to look out for both of them, you know, and their financial future.
I don't know. Just explain to her, hey, girly.
I mean, if they can see them
can't,
doing fine in
and
the
we won't.
future with this loan, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like he's being more financially responsible. And
Yeah.
if this is a school he wants to go to, he needs to figure out the loans himself or go to a different school. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And
unfortunate.
you can make a living out of pretty much anything, so, yeah.
I mean, I don't know
I
his
mean,
whole situation.
Not
but
everything. But you don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drill to make money.
you could be a spoon to make some money, you know?
Yeah. you know.
Look at this poor guy dying.
Is he dying? Oh, he's trying to hang on.
yeah,
You're like,
You've been holding on for a minute,
push
buddy.
him off. Just push him off.
Can you?
I don't think so. No.
They pushed yourself off.
They should allow that.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Just tell him to jump already.
Okay, some of the comments, not the a-hole. Have him watch the documentary called Borrowed Future and then talk about the importance of sticking with budget. He can apply to some higher cost schools, but has to go into it knowing that going there would be dependent on scholarships. He should also apply to other schools that he would like, but that are close to the budget. I haven't seen that documentary, but yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Much better for real. Okay, great. The audio's better. Hi, XP Gaming. Okay, there's another comment. My nephew wanted to attend Boston U, but my brother couldn't afford it. Nephew did 2 years at a local junior college and transferred. It's an idea. Oh, that's a great idea. What you can do to save money is go to a lower school, try to complete as much of the degree as you can at that school, and then transfer, and then you'll get your diploma with your transferred credits and everything at that school. So on paper, you completely did and graduated from the expensive school. That's life hack. I wonder if they have rules though. I bet expensive schools have rules of how many credits you can transfer over or whatever if you didn't go to school there. But you never know. That's a cool idea. I'm sure other big schools that aren't like spectacular would still let you do that though. You know, I don't know what school he's going to. Okay, so I swear I saw a Christmas one. Oh yeah, here's a Christmas one. I'm in a Christmas mood, but nobody wanted to do a Christmas obby today. I don't know why. What age is college in America? You could go at any age actually in college.
Yeah.
I had a brother that was going to go at like 14 or 15.
What?
As long as you pass all the tests, they don't care. You could be any age.
Oh,
But
yeah.
typically it's 18 after high school, so typically everybody at high school, 18 goes in, but there's no age requirement
Yeah.
as long as you pass the
I
test.
heard this one time, this like 12-year-old went into college.
Yeah, you just
That
gotta
was
take the
crazy.
SAT, or what's the other one called? I'm thinking of ASVAB right now, but that's the military. It's the
What
SAT,
is that?
ACT. Some other states have their
SAT?
own tests, but yeah. Yeah, pass the test and go in. If you pass them, they're like, yeah, because then you make the school look good. We got this little 12-year-old. They graduated from our school. They're so awesome.
Yeah, we helped them.
Yeah,
They
university
didn't do
or
this by
college. Yeah.
themselves.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for doing nothing at Christmas, which led to my family, quotation marks, having a crappy one? I'm
What?
17 male and a fair baby. I guess this is important information we'll need.
Yeah.
And I always knew about it. My dad, quotation marks, cheated on his wife and had me with my mom. His wife forgave him as long as I was treated differently and I didn't have to be part of the family. That sounds so horrible.
How are you okay with treating another child like that? It's not even their fault.
I know.
It's my fault. I was born and created like this.
I knew, that happened to my mom. Like,
What?
yeah, like her father would disown her in public and stuff. Horrible person.
That's weird.
Yeah. Anyways, which he agreed with, but in the first year of my life, I was almost killed by my mom.
What?
Removed from her care, bounced around a lot, almost got placed with a forever family, but was taken out of foster care because my dad was forced to pay child support for me, as was my mom, and he and his wife decided to take me so he wouldn't be on the hook for child support. I hate when parents do that. They don't really want to be a parent, but they don't want to do the money thing. My dad's wife has enjoyed telling me all about it. and showing me newspaper articles from my mom's arrest at the time. She even showed me a letter from my mom where she wanted to give up her rights so Dad's wife could adopt me. And she told me she would never consider it. She would never claim me, and she called me disgusting. For way too many years, I tried to win the love of someone in my family. I have 3 half-siblings, and then I have my dad and his wife. I have grandparents and aunts and uncles too, and even step-grandparents, aunts, uncles. I tried to be the perfect son, brother. I helped out with things around the house, would make food of some kind when everyone was busy so they'd come home to something to eat. I would volunteer to help whenever, and I'd try extra hard and long to find the things they were looking for, even when everyone else gave up. I also did a lot for Christmas every year. I wrapped the gifts my dad's wife put aside because she'd forget to wrap them until Christmas Eve. If I didn't, I would write out a grocery list for my dad and his wife so they'd get everything they needed. For 3 years, I decorated the house for Christmas so nobody else had to, and I did other small things. All I hoped was it would make them see me differently, even just one person. I also tried to be nice and smile even when I was being ignored or yelled at. I try so hard, and yeah, I have deep issues because of it all. But this year has been different for me, and I don't know why. I think it started in June when one of my half-siblings came home with friends from college, and my half-sibling humiliated me in front of their friends by saying I was an affair baby nobody wanted and how gross I was being here still. I just had nowhere else to go. Then I won a laptop in July, and since I didn't have one until now, I was excited. But my dad found it and told his wife, and she told their kids, and one wanted to take it from me, and Dad's wife told me I deserve nothing, and I better not think I get to keep anything like that when her kids deserve it more. Then my dad told me I needed to be out of the house before my 18th birthday because they were tired of me being here, and his wife did not want to see my face any longer. It all just made me feel so done with them and done trying. I withdrew, and I only leave my room for school or my part-time job. I don't even eat in the house anymore because I don't want to engage. And I did nothing for Christmas. It showed how bad they are at organizing stuff, and there wasn't enough food or anything. My dad came into my room the other night and told me he knew I hadn't done stuff like normal, and he called me spiteful. Am I the a-hole? Man, I hope this story's fake. It is crazy. Just so crazy.
Why are you asking?
What?
Why are you asking if you're the butthole there?
Right? Why? Like, what? I don't. Maybe he's just lonely at this point. Like, what?
Is this just like asking for a friend? What the heck?
What? Do you need help? Blink. He needs help, though. He seriously needs help. At the very least, this is emotional abuse. Well, yeah. Doesn't sound like anything physical. I mean, he's 17, though.
I think
he's almost there.
Interesting.
Well, they want him to leave before he's 18. Crazy. You know, it would be good if he was
just disgusting for just being alive.
I know, right? Ew.
Why are you here? Disgusting. And they should be looking down on the dad that cheated and could stay faithful. And not the child.
He probably always gets stuff from the wife. Probably the only reason why he treats his son bad, because if he doesn't, the wife will treat him even worse, probably. She sounds horrible.
Why is he with her?
But I don't know.
You know, birds of a feather, you know. Flock together. Twinsies.
Well, he did cheat on her.
I forgot about that. They're both horrible. I don't know.
The unknown angel put
Reddit
story time hit different at nighttime, right? The a-hole ones are kind of depressing.
Why would you? I want you to love me. Time stories.
Right?
No.
Like,
he couldn't even couldn't even love his wife enough to stay faithful. That's why you're here.
Right.
Sorry.
I guess it's like just a constant reminder to them that how he messed up and da-da-da-da. But this is like a child. I mean, he's 17, so he's about to be an adult. You guys have had a lot of time to discuss this, to try to cope, whatever you need to do. A whole human being is here now, and almost an adult. Like, trash human beings.
Well, I mean, he ain't gonna be around them any longer.
You know, if I was his wife, I would want to adopt him as a power trip. Ha ha. You know, my dude cheated with you, but I got the kid. That's how trash you are. You know.
No idea what you're yapping about.
Because he
No.
like the mom was saying she wanted him to be put up for adoption and have the wife adopt. I'm wording this all bad. Adopt the kid. But she's like, no, I don't want to adopt you. You're disgusting.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah, she is messed up.
Why does your eye keep widening out every time you talk?
Yeah.
Oh, it
She does that in real.
no, that's it overemphasizes my expressions. Like if I'm concentrating, a lot of time it'll make me look so
Yeah.
angry. Like right now, you know.
Naturally, I look like I'm squinting, so every time I'm on there, no, my eyes are like always. English is hard.
English is hard for her. She struggles.
I keep saying like it make the face. You know when
Yeah,
people
every
put on
time.
mascara?
Every time I'm on there, the eyes always look closed.
Because you're squinting so much.
I have my glasses, so they never do.
Oh, wait.
Galactic put wanted to disown my brother when we saw him pushing himself around in a shopping cart at the park, but Dad said we couldn't leave him behind. So I said, I'm curious. How did he push himself in a shopping cart?
Yeah.
Like I cannot visualize it. Is his arm is
Well, no, you
crazy long?
can go in there and just scoot yourself forward.
But
If you
how?
jolt yourself forward, it will scoot you.
Oh, was he at the bottom of it? He had to been at the bottom of the cart, right? Where it has
Yeah.
that extra part where you
Or
can
the
put
front.
like drinks and stuff. No, if you're at the top at the front, how are you pushing yourself? Is he really tall? I mean, I don't know.
Or you could just
How
like,
the back of the shopping cart opens up. You mean where you put the
What?
children? He stuck his legs through the hole. Like the part where you put a baby? Was he sitting in the baby part?
what?
And kicked himself off? I can't visualize this.
Sat in the baby part.
No.
Is your guys' carts different? I'm confused. There's a baby part in the front where you push, right?
Yeah.
And then the front I'm thinking about is a little bit shorter, but there's no opening. The only opening I can think is where
You're
you,
explaining cards bad.
I know, probably. The
Okay,
only-
they have a baby part and then they
Yeah.
have a food part on the bottom.
the food part. The rest of the cart is the food part. The
Yeah.
baby part's just the part that's closest to you. The back part of the cart, I think.
What?
That's what Angel said.
Y'all
the
are
unknown
confusing me.
It's like a small bike. Huh.
A bike?
Yeah, I'm even more confused.
What?
Small bike?
What?
Wait.
Are we
Okay, for
stupid?
one,
Yeah.
at the park. Why was there? Okay, why was there carts at a park though?
The homeless person.
I'm confused.
You know those homeless people.
You gotta show us in the Discord
I'm doing magic
what these
fingers
carts
right now.
look like.
Yeah.
Galactic, because I cannot visualize this.
I'm doing magic
So the
fingers
middle
now.
part of the cart.
There's always carts. There's always random carts everywhere.
Well, yeah. Well, some
And then
it's-
like a
I know some
sweet
theme
setup.
parks will have carts for babies.
No, like just random places. I found so many.
Oh, I get it. He lifted up the whole baby part because it'll go up completely, so you can put other parts inside it. So he lifted that completely up, put his body through it like a very unique person, and started kicking himself around. Oh. Now I understand
accidentally
this.
dancing. Are you making me
Okay, let me
dance?
see what the comments
Oh,
are.
okay.
My thing locked.
That sounds stupid.
Not the a-hole. 100% agree. Best revenge is having more success than them. They will never change. They will always abuse you. Once you have money, leave or go to university far away. Get a great job, have a great career and family. OP. Stop thinking about them. Be selfish now and think of yourself. I wish you the best and hopefully one day you will prove the a-holes wrong. Let them drown in regret. They're not going to regret. They just don't want to see you. It's like they have so much hate.
No,
They are the disgusting ones.
they're just
so
stupid.
hateful.
They all sound stupid.
Are they? I mean,
It's-
stupid and hate are two
There's
different
not much thought going in there if they're just, I hate you because you were born. There's not much thought going through
I
their
guess
head
so.
if that's their thought process.
things. Yeah.
I hate you
Like,
because you breathe.
It's
Right.
pretty much empty if that's all they're thinking. Like,
Galactic said, yeah, it was funny when he fell over the cart too. In the
That's
cart
so
too.
sweet.
That's hilarious. That's
Best
karma right there.
siblings.
No! Stupid.
Somebody responded, contact CPS yourself and tell them every abusive thing that your dad
What?
and his wife are doing
He's
to
supposed
you.
to be 18.
No,
Why
but
cause more
that's
drama?
actually a good idea because he has no resources. If he goes into the foster care system at 17, they will help him get his life together right before he's 18.
Oh.
So it's actually a good idea. They're not going to help him. They want to kick him out before he's 18. So he's going to be homeless soon. I need to get some water. So that's actually a good idea.
Yes, that's true.
So they said, tell them everything that they're doing to you and say that you are an endangered teen in need of safety. See if they can help you find a safe place to stay. Somebody that will take you in until you are 18. Get whatever help you need possible through whatever state or country you live in. And go completely no contact with your miserable sperm donor. Also, if they succeeded in taking that laptop, that is rightfully yours from you. Go to the police or report it as theft. Watch them squirm. Watch them do anything
What?
and everything possible to try to get you to drop the charges. But don't back down. Get out of them, then.
Get out of there.
Then, as soon as you can, go completely no contact with all of them, especially the miserable sperm donor you have for a father, and live your life. Please update us on this because I'm one of the many people who's very concerned for you. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, if he gets help right now, then they'll set him up for when he's 18. And in certain states, you can get a lot of free stuff for being in foster care. Like, you can get free college. You can get help for moving into your own house, like with mortgage, things like that. So there's a lot of benefits. Even though the foster system, foster
trash?
care, yeah, it's trash. But he's almost 18, and it can only benefit him at this point. I would think. So.
Okay.
Galactic put, if they took the laptop away, he probably doesn't have a phone though. Maybe. I think they were just upset that he got a brand new laptop and their kids didn't. He might, I mean, you can get all kinds of phones. He might have like just a cheap little phone. He's on Reddit, so he got some kind of internet somewhere, maybe from school. I don't know.
Why didn't I think of that?
Hmm.
Stupid. Anyways.
Okay.
Ice
Let me
cream looks
find another
radioactive.
one.
Yummy.
Do, do,
I
do,
love
do.
radioactive ice
I
cream.
kind of want to eat it though.
This is a remake of the other
Look at
ice
it.
cream one.
It's radioactive yumminess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of relationship ones. I'm trying to find one that's not based on a relationship that's Am I the a-hole? Because everybody's in a relationship thinks they're the a-hole.
Or they're just like, am I the a-hole? No. Obviously you're not. You just want someone to tell you you're right.
Another long one, but am I the a-hole for asking a student for a death certificate? I'm a
What?
math instructor at a community college. My course is graded on 4 components: attendance, a project, a midterm, and a final. The situation concerns one student, Bethany. I just threw her name out there. Early in the semester, Bethany emailed me and told me that her grandmother had suddenly passed away. She asked for a 2-week extension on her project and a 1-week exemption from attendance to grieve. I immediately granted her those accommodations, no questions asked. Fast forward to a bit later in the semester, the day before the midterm, Bethany emailed me again and told me that her cousin had died in an accident.
What?
Once again, she asked for a 1-week exemption from attendance to grieve, and if she could take the midterm in 2 weeks instead. I once again granted her those accommodations. However, the main issue arose a few weeks ago. Bethany emailed me telling me that her grandfather passed away and asking once again if she could take the final 2 weeks from its
Is her family
scheduled
part
date,
of the mafia? Are they getting like assassinated?
which would be after the semester ended, and be exempted from attendance for the rest of the semester. This is when I started getting suspicious, obviously. I know it's possible for 3 family members to die within the span of a few months, but it's highly unlikely. And I've heard of things like this happening before, where students lie to their professors in order to get extensions. Also, if I accepted her story, I'd have to convert the final to an online format and proctor it during my break, which I really didn't want to do. I wanted to make sure Bethany was telling the truth, so I emailed her back saying that I was sorry for her loss, but that I would need a death certificate or an obituary for verification. If she provided that, I would be more than willing to grant her for the accommodations. Bethany emailed me back and said she didn't have either of those because her grandfather lived in another country and she doesn't have access to them. I told her that unfortunately without some verification, I can't grant her the accommodations and she'd still need to attend lecture and take the final on its scheduled date. She never responded and ended up taking the final when she was supposed to. I was talking about the situation with my sister over Christmas and she immediately started telling me off. She said that it's cruel to ask a student to provide proof of death and force them to be away from their family when they're grieving. She also said that even if Bethany is lying, she clearly is struggling with something and I should have responded with kindness. I said that I was as lenient as I could have been. I already gave her extensions and excused her absences. Also, Bethany's never attended office hours or asked for extra help. So if she was floundering, she had options she chose not to take. My sister wouldn't hear it and kept saying how she couldn't believe I was this heartless. But I don't think it's heartless to want to ensure a student isn't lying to get a leg up. Was I really the a-hole?
Tough love, buddy. Like, if you've had like 3, it sounds like the student isn't complaining.
It sounds like the student isn't complaining.
Yeah, only the sister is. Like they're like what? Because if you had 3 people die in such a short amount of time, you have to know how bizarre that is, and also you have to grieve for like 3 people in like 1 month. That's crazy.
Wait, so do you agree with the sister or?
With both.
I don't know.
You know, I mean, I'm not saying they were cruel for it. If you've had 3 people die within a month, you have to know how bizarre that is.
No,
and
this
it's
is
very
within
reasonable.
a few months, I think.
With a few months, that's still crazy.
Because these are different tests and midterms and stuff. So, yeah,
You have if she is telling the truth, you have to understand how bizarre that is.
yes, but it's also bizarre that
Very
she can't get a
reasonable.
death certificate, even if she's in a different country. You get a death
I don't know about
certificate
that.
after they die, or you can get one pretty quickly. You know, typically, I don't know what country you are in, but you can still get a death certificate. Maybe it takes a while in the country you're in. That would be the only problem that I would see. But you could get some kind of verification that they died. You're gonna a lot of times people go to a funeral and stuff. You have the death certificate before you go to the funeral. You know.
How dare you ignore Ice?
Oh, hi, Ice.
Hello.
What did Memer say? Memer said, make a channel where you make videos for the full stream.
What does that mean?
You mean like edit videos? What do you mean? I'm confused.
Get your knees off the
Make
freaking
videos.
thing.
Okay, first comment. Not the a-hole. Lost 2 family members within weeks of one another, so you're right. It does happen, however. The interesting thing about your students' losses are they're conveniently around this time of scheduled
Yeah.
assignments and exams. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Claiming she has no access to an obituary because it's in another country is a weak excuse. Exactly. Give the
I don't know about this
access we all have on the, I think it says the internet, to find and view these things. She could have sent a link to you, but she didn't. She is pissed she got caught in a lie and had to complete the work as scheduled. Well,
She didn't complain about it. It sounded like she just backed down pretty quickly when they were
Yeah,
like,
because
hey,
she probably was lying.
You
now,
got caught.
Maybe if you were in a really poor country, things like that, maybe they didn't. You have to pay for, I think you have to pay for obituary. Well, no, I think the news sometimes, it depends. There's not always an
gosh.
obituary.
Just say the full sentence.
Well, I was thinking
You're
mid-sentence.
confusing me.
Well, I was thinking about it, so I changed what I was going to say because I was thinking, well, it depends.
Okay.
There's not always an obituary, but there is some kind of proof of death. I mean,
Yeah,
you
the
know.
only one who really complained was the sister. And, like, just tell them to shut up. Like,
His sister.
or your sibling. Tell them to be quiet.
Well, he wanted her opinion. He asked her, "Am I the a-hole
I guess
for
that's
this?"
true.
He was feeling maybe subconscious for what he did. He wanted approval.
I
They
think
didn't
she's
get
telling him
approval.
off too much.
I
Whatever.
think if she had to do his job, she would feel the same way. And since she's viewing this as a third-person perspective,
Yeah.
she has more sympathy for the student than for him. He's saying that this is right before a break, and if he does go with what she says, he would have to proctor the test from home during his break. That's a lot. I don't know if you know, Toby, but proctoring is when you basically watch everybody take a test for however long that is when you're supposed to be on break. You know, just by what she says, and she can't even verify, that's a lot. And I bet if his sister was a professor also, she would not want to do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, they're probably not a teacher or, like, don't know what's happening. Because, like, I've had nice teachers that weren't good at teaching. Like, everyone liked them, but
That's why they were not.
I'm sorry, you suck at your job.
You're not mathing very
You don't
good.
suck. You don't suck as a person. You just suck at your job.
Yeah. A 2 + 2, I'm pretty sure is not 5, but your candy is spot on.
Thank you.
Teach. I love pizza days too.
Yeah, and then some teachers, they were just really mean, and no one liked them. But I was learning way better than the rest of the classes.
Sit down. Be quiet. Put that snack away. You better listen to me. If you don't make eye contact for at least 59 minutes within this hour, I will slap you.
I had this
Yes,
one
ma'am.
teacher.
Stop breathing.
I didn't
so
like
loud.
her. I didn't like her, but I have to admit she was good at teaching.
Out of fear. Actually, I think
Yeah.
fear can inhibit learning, but you know.
It wasn't
Maybe
fear.
depends
It
on
was
the
just
person.
she annoyed me a lot, but I can't deny her teaching skills.
She's awesome. Galactic says, one time my teacher threw my bag out the window. What did you do, Galactic? How did you frustrate your
Nah.
teacher that much
I think
that they threw
no.
your stuff out the window? You know what? You must be related to
No,
that.
no, no.
That's the only thing
What
that
do you
makes sense.
say? Yeah, they
That's the
are.
only thing that makes sense.
They are.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The cart kid
Oh my
that
gosh.
pushes himself. Yeah. If you're
What?
anything like him at school, I feel for that teacher. Okay. Next, let me find another
You
one.
not.
Once there was this
Yeah, but you
teacher.
don't throw someone else's bag out a window.
Once there was this teacher. I think there was a special kid in the class, and
Unique child.
a gifted person. He broke my friendship necklace, so like I always
He
hate
broke
him
your
for that.
friendship bracelet?
Oh wait, I know that.
this.
He wasn't special. He was just.
No, he was literally like, I need that for my mom's birthday.
What?
And he was trying to pull it away from me, and I was like, no, I was trying to be nice, but
Oh, I think he just wasn't socially aware.
yeah, and sometimes he'd get
guess-
really close to other kids' face, and they'd tell him to stop, but
Like inside their
Yeah, I
bubble?
think he's just not socially
yeah,
aware.
and once he was crying in the middle of class, and there was a substitute.
You're really throwing this kid underneath the bus. Go on.
Wait. Okay.
What are you
Wait, I'm broken. Wait.
You are broken.
Okay, anyways.
Okay, what?
He was crying, and the substitute started getting mad at him because he wouldn't get a tissue to wipe his tears, and she pulled him by the ear and took him outside, I think. I don't know, but
I like that teacher she was talking about.
yeah, I
like that.
before until
That
that.
teacher was kind of old school though.
Yeah, I liked her until that happened. Like no one else in the class liked her. They were all
I
mad
liked
at
her. After I heard that story, I'm like, I don't care. I still like
She
her.
might have
She's nice.
gotten fired next year because I didn't see her.
Wow. So pulling the unique child.
I just think she was old school, to be honest.
It sounds old school.
Yeah, because she was really nice to you. She liked you, but if you didn't treat her with respect,
You're getting the ear pulling.
yeah.
Yeah, she had this.
I never
girls'
saw
club,
her.
She had a what? A club?
like a girls' club.
Oh.
And
Oh, yeah.
we'd go there after school and stuff.
That was cool.
Yeah. Was that the teacher?
Yeah, and you would never pick us up.
No. I remember one time. I think.
No, one time-
Toby was going there. Well, no, she thought she was.
No, this kid.
Why are you interrupting me?
Sorry.
No, go on. I want to hear your side of the
You're trying to
story.
throw me under the bus.
Go
But this
ahead.
one kid was like, "Oh, I think we have the thing today." I'm like, "Oh, really? I forgot." And then we just stayed there, and I'm like, "Wait, no one else is here."
People acted like I abandoned a child. I was like, why isn't she at home? And then I'm at work still. I'm getting all these calls, and then other stuff.
I think.
Other traumatic stuff started happening.
I think that.
Galactic, stop lying.
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
Galactic said he's a perfect angel at school. Well then,
Oh.
why did your teacher do that?
Sure, buddy. Anyways.
I don't know. I kept thinking like there's a little creeper following you. The little puppy you have.
I think it's a sheep.
I was medium good kid at school.
Medium?
Yeah, I had this one
I was
teacher.
terrible.
I was her favorite, obviously. Why wouldn't I be? She was like really liked Harry Potter though, and like if once you got it started on that, yeah. And then like she had like over an hour conversation with this kid about freaking Harry Potter.
Dude, I had a teacher that was like that too, and I hated it. I was like, what is this Harry Pot kid thing? No.
I only watched the first movie
Yeah,
at
I've watched.
that age.
I think I might have watched all of them, but I fall asleep during movies, so probably bits and pieces here and there. Of the
Yeah,
Harry Potter saga.
she was nice though. But I remember like, I would always get the answers right, but they're like, explain your work, and then I'm like, so you do this plus 5 minus 7 equals 38, and they were like, what? You got the answer right, but what are you doing?
That's funny.
They actually looked concerned when I was explaining it to them.
Like they put, there's a Scottish sub teacher at my school who keeps threatening to choke kids out. Wow!
That's cute.
That would not fly in the States. They would have been fired, possibly put in jail
That sounds
already.
like something like a girl teacher at my school would do as a joke.
Well, yeah, I don't think a lot of dudes would choke people out. It seems more of a feminine move. That sounds
Yeah,
so
I think-
insulting. But I
Yeah,
think a male
'cause-
teacher would just punch you in the face.
Yeah, because it sounds like something like a girl teacher.
So they just
Not
wanna
saying their name.
Hold you
But
in
they were
front of
just
them and
like-
watch the light leave your eyes. Like, I can relate.
Because some teacher would just be like, you are making me so mad. I'm about to. And they
Yeah.
would just do something like that. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I was concerned for them.
Okay. Next, my
Teachers are so
tablet
sweet.
dies right before every time I'm going to read the next one. Okay.
The screen turns off.
Am I the a-hole for walking out on Christmas dinner because my aunt has it out for me? Hey y'all, I need some advice. I'm 20
What?
and from Alabama, and Christmas
Oh my
is
goodness.
usually my favorite time of year. But this year, dinner at my grandma's house was a mess, and I'm not sure if I overreacted. So my aunt, we'll call her Karen because it fits, has always been kind of rude. She's the type to smile while she's insulting you, you know? Ugh. Well, as
hate
soon as I
people like that.
walked in wearing my green dress, she goes, "Oh, didn't know we were doing a pageant this year." I tried to laugh it off, but it
She
kind
just
of
sounds
hurt.
petty.
I know, right? Then during dinner, she kept going. I grabbed seconds of sweet potato casserole, and she said something like, "Enjoy it while your metabolism still works." Later, when we were talking about college, I'm working my butt off to pay my way through. She said, "Not everyone's cut out for a real job right away." I tried to stay calm, but when she made a comment about how I'm still single because guys don't like girls who talk too much, I had enough. I stood up, said, "Merry Christmas, y'all," and walked out. My mom texted me later saying I embarrassed the family by making a scene, but I feel like Karen was the one being rude. Some of my cousins are on my side, but others say I should have just ignored her. So, am I the a-hole for walking out of dinner?
Both ways they were bad though. Like, because they ignored her the whole time, and then they left pretty peacefully. They're like, bye y'all. That's it.
Well, I'm sure it sounded like she stood up and said, "Bye, y'all," like, kind of sarcastically, which is a little rude, I suppose, but that aunt was being rude nonstop, and it's just abusive, and she didn't have to stay there and take it. She could just go home.
The aunt just sounded stupid. The aunt just sounded like she was just yapping.
Well, yeah, she is, but she's
let the woman yap.
purposely trying to be verbally abusive, and she
Let
is.
the woman be stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, but she was doing it all day. You imagine somebody was doing it all day to you?
Okay, that's just their personality.
So you're saying she should have sat there and took it? She shouldn't have got up.
I mean, you could have just said something back. I don't know.
Well, but that's your personality type. Maybe she doesn't want to talk back.
Okay,
Maybe she just wants to
leave her
leave.
alone. I don't know. The whole thing was just stupid. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I
I think it was fine.
Well, I said I was okay with the leaving part. They didn't want to be there. Fine. They could have just sat there. Fine. Like, I don't know.
One of the comments say, not the a-hole, nobody should have to sit around taking abuse from people all day. Instead of stooping to her level and making a scene, you simply left.
Yeah.
Karen is the one that ruined the holiday with her rudeness. Yeah. And I don't know how it's embarrassing the family. Well, for one, she is, but how is it, and this is your family. I mean, obviously, I feel like they're not close with their family if this embarrasses them. People fight in families. Why is it embarrassing?
I think they were just...
You're not that close with your relatives if this is embarrassing. That's how I feel. Y'all fight all the time, and you don't seem embarrassed at all.
They're like, bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all should be embarrassed for living in Alabama.
Okay. Like they said, that teacher always talks about how they hate cats. That's so I'm concerned about the neighborhood cats. Unknown Angel. I have the most weirdest Reddit stories. And it's been a while since we played Bobtails. Please play Bobtails with me. I'm bored after finishing demo of 3.
Too bad.
How long have you
Cat's
been
so
live?
nice.
We gotta play Gartic Phone.
Oh yeah.
Gartic Phone.
What did y'all say? I can't hear.
Oh, you
Be
guys want to
quiet.
play Gartic Phone?
Yeah, we're gonna play Gartic Phone, guys.
Okay. Well, this was
Yeah.
so fun.
I want water.
I love.
I died many
Reddit
times.
live. It seems funner when they're live, right?
I
You
want
get-
water.
You get feedback during it.
Okay, stop
Yeah,
it.
you committed a
I'm just too
I
cool
called you
for...
old.
Who called me old?
Who's old?
I'm not old.
Yeah, she is.
No, you're older than me. If I'm old, you're ancient.
I'm
Got those
56.
wrinkles everywhere.
Not that old.
You're not. You should.
Stinky old wrinkles.
I'm 56.
You are. You are.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're gonna pop right
I'm
back
not
on
old. Okay.
and do Gartic. We're just gonna set up for Gartic. I'm probably
Yeah.
not even gonna move an inch. But
Yeah.
we're gonna set up for Gartic.
Wait, let me drink water before we start the Gartic though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All this
But we will
yapping
see
goes
you
my
guys
throat
in
dry.
a second. Like
Mhm.
and subscribe so you can get notified.
Okay, Ice, I'm going to find you and dox
Oh,
you
yeah.
and fight you.
They're